you're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for—
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, is not nurturing otherworldly life, also nurturing the... It would seem that that's as far as we go.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts...
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays. A short life can be well lived. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here?
Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not as... Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean, at the time in the future, if the need arises, well, glad I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop?
Is it time for a magic show?
Here she comes. Sit down. Let's quietly follow her. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and are you still listening to me?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure?
Well, actually, they have many names. Which names I use depends on my mood.
Huh, I see. I imagine that must be hard for the kitties, too.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must...
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking. Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home?
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere... And, if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Wait a second. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
if you understand human emotions really well after.
All I know are some abstract Haravatot theory. Anyway, enough of that. Let's
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to... Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that he has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia, or... I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... you...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one...
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zero. But once everything is over...
Come on! Setaria's arm...
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing...
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who worked side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria is still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards!
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get...
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I've also been running from my guilt this whole... But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it...
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you...
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their... If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of
I've actually never believed in the gods. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sages'
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zerus Fest. But I know very little about the... I've just been... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to this...
To fight against the...
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm in... One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the document.
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about... I'm only
Alright.
So...
That'll...
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed...
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other...
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meet... If something were to after all.
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet.
No, I think she's right. It's real. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city.
Huh. Maybe it's...
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Setaria managed to distract all the guards. What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is the Hida going to be okay? me of him. Yeah, now that the doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahita's help. Nahita said we'll meet again outside of the city. You mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned... There's no time to look...
Over here!
Hold it right there! A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. Core of Third! We are an elite...
The outcast? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui... You're...
Following order.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Take that! Need it!
Hiya! Nah! Watch out!
New punching bag. Need new punching.
Watch out!
Need
Hiya! Nah! It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
I'll take
This one's got your name on it.
You won this one.
Ha! Coming at ya! That was pretty rough. Is that what elite... Yeah. But this... going up against...
We'll have to grab a drink with Flame May when I'm back in the sun.
Step on up.
Oh! It's the trap... Kale!
As a result...
Oh, Kale! Speaking of time...
Oh, Master... I thought it was weird too. Master Taino... No, I
I know that a research... Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it. Will do. you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed...
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that... Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up. Even a pool...
Paimon feels like only the real...
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your...
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish... I wouldn't be relieved. I gave away my... Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Plus,
we shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually,
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sage is...
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Surprise! Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see...
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada Life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no. Did you already finish your trip?
What do you... My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
When my consciousness made contact with the gods.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything like that, but...
Hold on. I brought some Spiritborn ale with me. All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help...
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the Divine Conscience?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Alas, if only that...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Periporno life, but rather...
You... Why are you so mean to me? I found
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tighnari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you, but even in a moonless night.
Oh no, was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, but she isn't with us anymore.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is...
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
Thank you, Tighnari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working?
That. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness.
Tighnari?
I did. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it... But I still didn't expect them to do so. The doctor and... From your but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much...
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the desert, come find me here if there's anything else I...
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully...
Stefana!
Because things are so, ergo they are such.
We finally made it to Caravan Reebok. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's...
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Cheaper spices this time.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al Haytham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. However...
Oh, right. You do...
I have no interest. And these days... not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert, which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Al Haytham, you really have a...
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all, but that does prove you do have some... No matter. Rather than...
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources.
It's always better to travel with someone you know.
Step on up!
Over here! Watch out! Watch out!
Fry!
Watch out! Watch out!
Picked the wrong test subject. Tingle?
Watch out! I'm loving this treasure hunt. Coming at ya! Hiya! Ha-ha!
Before us lies Aru Village.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else.
Sino.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken to...
Alhaitham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra.
Seemed to me more like your own personal...
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate knight...
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge...
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing is...
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as far as I'm aware, have you been given a mission that's... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal.
You two! Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word
Ooh, what's going on? The wind's so...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all...
All right, stop you...
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room and please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right, now that we're all better acquainted, we should as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make So please, have an honest and sincere If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right,
That's what
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that was you trying?
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in while Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts. It's not because I've been assigned. Rather,
Huh? Exactly.
a little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning, and as General Mahamatra, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected the power of the I realized then the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance. I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating this. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Maha... Well, Sino, if that's your story, then...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw...
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the travel.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me.
A most enticing...
Unfortunately, their words contained one... From my perspective, the sage... So, had I been less...
You mean... that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that tried...
I'd already given up on the assignment, so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to...
Even though I ran... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well.
I'm willing to apologize if I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear?
Fine.
As you wish.
Good. And now you, Dia.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. I had nothing going, but then I saw these 2 random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. And
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Cam.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures?
Fighting in a sandstorm.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm. Candace still isn't back yet.
When you put it that way, even...
Whew. Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with this creep.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Ah! Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Watch out! Coming at ya! Hiya! Ah! Fire! Well, with rocks.
Hiya! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Teamwork is dreamwork! Watch out!
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sand.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru Village.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sands...
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another... So, Irminsul's with...
Everything in the natural world.
Everyone in... speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village...
Village Keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars. Most of them are scholars. The academia believes that they're crazed mutterings.
Alas, that's it. But no one in the village...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former General Ma...
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? But, is it really a good idea to tag...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far. Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, initially, Aru Village was struck by... Suddenly, despite the powerful... After that...
A soft green light? A mad... Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha...
In theory, they would...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the...
No. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeria? The Academia has always... In addition...
No way! Nahida...
I've spent...
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your... How can this be? To think. Our Archon has been...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our... But easier said than done. Especially...
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are.
Grandpa is... I heard everything you said.
Ah, I was
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about...
Sorry,
All right.